Man, you see this Mark Zuckerberg building this $270 million bunker?
If you have $1 billion, we have learned that you can do whatever you want to do. When Elon Musk wants to send things in space, he don't have to ask nobody's permission. Congress don't meet. Senate don't meet. No police department got to be warned. He don't need a permit. None of that. If you got $1 billion, you do what you want to do, and then you tell them what you did.
Man.
And that's how it goes.
What he building a $270 million bunker? What do he know that we don't know, Katt?
Kim Jong-un? I don't know what you don't know. Do you understand that people that are not very bright are in charge of nuclear bombs all across the country?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he knows. He knows that 30% of all weapons systems are running off regular Wi-Fi. So what does that mean? That means if a solar flare or a meteor hits either one of those, literally a bomb can go off just because the system accidentally got turned off. Yeah, that's what he knows. The people that are in power know that the people that are running the most complicated and deadliest things on the planet are just an average idiot. And you know lots of idiots.
I do.
Yep. And these people are not special. Back in the day, they were.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's happening? How's everybody doing? Y'all good? All right. You should be good. You alive? You breathing? Yeah. That's the first reason to have a great day. All right. That you even here. Now, I thank y'all for being here. Thank you for, you know what I'm saying, joining in to my channel. I'm your host, K, that lion from the zoo. Yeah. Now, I just wanted to touch on this whole Katt Williams situation. I wanted to touch on it, you know what I'm saying? And before I get started, I just want everybody to know, people who don't know me, I'm not a hater, okay? I'm not a hater, so I'm not here to spread hate or anything like that in this video, okay? Now, as far as this whole Katt Williams situation, I'm looking at it, and let's talk about the good first, okay? I mean, I've seen Katt Williams. I've seen like him in the industry. I've seen him expose things in the industry like we all have, okay? He exposed the industry parties. He exposed the parties and this and that, and he got beefs with this recent interview that's done gone viral on the internet, the Shannon Sharp interview, where he was just going on other comics. Okay, so I can understand any person having beefs with their peers, people that's in your workplace. I can understand, you know, about you having problems. Anybody, that's just a part of life. Anybody is gonna have problems as far as dealing with other human beings, okay? So we all know how that go, okay? That we all dealing with the real people, we all dealing with the fakes, okay? We all dealing with people that, you know what I mean, that they have good qualities and they not out to do crud, and they ain't out to backstab people and all that and the next. And then we also know we got people on the other side where you got the whole cutthroat backbiter situations, people that just will stab you in the back as soon as they get an opportunity. Okay, so this is what we call life. So I can understand where he coming from as far as that's concerned, okay? I can understand that. But what we really gonna have to deal with as far as dealing with Katt Williams, okay, nobody is gonna, you're gonna have to look at his career and the question of him being aligned with the people in the higher ups, okay, being aligned. My question is, okay, everybody wanna know, did he ever sell his soul? Is he connected with the Illuminati or anything like that? Okay. So I'm not gonna get on that just yet. But like I said, as far as the good things about Katt Williams, yeah, he exposed a lot of things about the whole comedy situation. The because I heard all the stuff that was going on as far as Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, you know what I mean, and how they did Bernie Mac. Okay, I knew about that and heard about that back then when it was going on. Okay, so that was known knowledge that those people, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, they was kind of like standing as gatekeepers. Okay, they were the gatekeepers, and at that time, Steve Harvey was he had some form of position. He had his position, and he was just playing. He was playing his position. Okay, and I heard some other things. I heard some other things about that whole situation, about the Kings of Comedy and things that Bernie Mac that he was exposed to, and he wasn't in agreement. He seen some things that he didn't know he was going to see, and that was just the turn of that whole relationship, that whole situation. Okay, when they exposed him to things that was going on behind the scenes, okay, and to my knowledge, I heard it had to do with cloning. Okay, and Bernie Mac seen that and he had a problem with it. Now, like I said, it's people that are in the know, and it's people that know and have knowledge about things, and it's certain people that they're just going with what they see on TV. You know, the sheep, the followers, they just go along with whatever's going on. But me, myself, I'm involved. I'm always involved with the bigger picture. Okay, it's a way it's a way that things can look and be presented to the public. But to me, it's always about the details. It's about what's not being discussed, what's not being put out in the media. It's about the things that they're not telling you. Okay, because to me, in order for you to have truth, you gotta have the full truth. It's got to be 100% truth. Okay, you can't come to me with 50% truth, 50% lies, because when you give me numbers like that, it just means it's a lie. Okay, so I operate a little differently. Okay, so I've all that was going on behind the scenes, and like I said, okay, Steve Harvey, he was already looking fishy from the jump. Okay, from the jump, and he wasn't that funny. Okay, that Kings of Comedy tour, you look at that Kings of Comedy, okay, he wasn't funny. I'm going to tell it like it is. He wasn't funny at all. He was like a host during that comedy special, and believe me, out of that group of people, he was like last as far as funny is concerned. Last. So, look, I could totally agree with Katt Williams as far as that is concerned, okay? And then Katt Williams exposed that he been bald the whole time, wearing a male piece, a male high top fade piece or something the whole time. Okay, everything out here is fake. Okay, we're not gonna forget about that. We're living in the Matrix, and we're gonna touch on that a little later. Okay, so as far as Katt Williams is concerned, as far as the good things, I've heard that he is very generous. Okay, very generous, and he spends money and gives away money, and I can respect that. Okay, I can respect that because anybody that's stingy and you don't want to give to nobody, you're not going nowhere far. You're not going nowhere far. And as far as the Bible is concerned, the Bible gonna be like, you have to have charity in your heart. Okay? You have to have charity in your heart. You have to be a person that is willing to give to people less fortunate than you. Okay? I've seen people on the internet and this and that, and they talk about being a real human being and the soul and this and that. But when they talk about giving $1 to another human being, they like, I ain't giving you nothing. Okay? So I got a problem with people. I got a problem with that when people don't want to help people. So as far as Katt Williams is concerned, I can really respect somebody that gives and has a good heart and is generous. I could also see that he is very intelligent. Okay, he said he was always in the books and reading books, and he was advanced from a young age. I can respect all that. So this is where I'm laying down the line where I'm not. This isn't about hate or me being a hater. Okay, I'm not a hater. Okay, but I'm going to sit and I'm going to ask questions and I'm going to tell the truth as it is, whether it hurts anybody or whatever. Okay, now is Tyler Perry? I mean, not no. I'm not talking about Tyler Perry. As far as Katt Williams is concerned, have you ever been a part of the so-called brotherhood? Have you ever been affiliated with the secret societies, the Illuminati, or the Masons, or anybody that's involved in these groups? Okay. Now, it may be a situation where he came in the game and it was a point in time where he was involved. It's a possibility he was involved with these groups and somehow decided to go against them. Okay, he decided that he didn't want to be a part of it no more. All right, I'm not going to say that that's not a possibility. Okay, but it's one thing that piqued my curiosity. Okay, one thing that's not being discussed during that Shannon Sharp interview. During that Shannon Sharp interview, he said that there was a situation between him and Ludacris, and he said they was in an Illuminati meeting, and both of them was given a proposition.
Let me go to this question right here. This question
All
right here.
people that love the truth got to be happy if the truth coming out and lies is getting exposed. That's just what time it is. 2024, folks.
Are you related to Luda?
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people?
Yes.
It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it. I'm not mad about it.
How much money they give? 200.
Sir, Fast and Furious is on what number right
10.
now?
200 million. I might need to get me one of the more women look the same.
That's what they all end up saying at the end of the day. Kevin told you he wasn't going to wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay.
Okay. One thing that's the one part of the interview that's not being discussed. You was in that meeting. That's admitted. He said that him and Ludacris was in an Illuminati meeting, and they gave both of them options as far as their future.
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin praying. This is the reckoning. 2024.
So right then and there, you have admission. There was an admission that he was at an Illuminati meeting with him and Ludacris. Okay? Now me, I'm letting you know what I'm saying? I'm not down with none of that. Okay? I'm not down with the Masons. I'm not down with the Illuminati. I'm not down with that. Okay? And for me, if I even know that you associated, then it's just our relationship is gonna be very limited. It's gonna be very limited. Okay? But like I said, nobody on the internet is talking about that. Okay? Now I done seen photos. I done seen photos of Katt Williams. He throwing up the eye symbolism. He throwing up the 3-6. Okay, he got photos, all that. Okay, it's right then and there. You saying that you have allegiance to these groups. Okay, and I can't get down with that. Okay, so in addition to this observation, basically he did a interview with Willie D that I just seen. And this interview with Willie D, he made a point that there is a limit to where you're going to be able to go. Okay? As far as, when in that interview, he was talking about black leadership for black people. Okay? And he was saying that, yeah, that black people want to be led, et cetera, and they looking for a leader, but someone stepping up to be that leader, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He talked about history. Every time there's a so-called black person that steps up to lead black people, okay, we all know they end up getting assassinated. They get removed real quick. And he said that. And he's making it clear that there's a line that can be gone, that is drawn as far as how far people that have the ability to lead black people, there's a limit to how far that goes. That it has been that way at this point. Okay? And he brought up Farrakhan. Okay, now as great as Farrakhan is, okay, and as much influence that Farrakhan has, okay, yes, he has a very powerful influence over so-called black people. And as we can see, nothing has happened to him at this point. Nothing has happened to him. Not saying that something should, but I'm saying that apparently that line, that line that I'm talking about, Farrakhan has not crossed that line. Okay, so apparently, yeah, I mean, he's doing a job as far as influence, but the line has not been crossed because so-called black people he hasn't led so-called black people to move forward as far as maybe taking their, let's say, taking their rightful place in the world. Okay? There's a line that hasn't been crossed, okay? Black people, as far as that's concerned, they not out of control. Okay? There ain't been no outbursts or any form of peace has not been disturbed as far as his leadership is concerned, should I say. So there's a line that hasn't been crossed. Okay? Apparently, as far as the powers that be is concerned, okay, they're going to let things go as long as there's order. As long as there's order. And when I seen that video with Willie D and Katt Williams, I think that point was made. Okay, that point was made that, yeah, okay. And as far as he is concerned, as far as being he's speaking for himself. Like he's not going to be that leader neither. He's not going to be that leader neither. So I'm only speaking as far as like, as far as the Matrix and talking about the Matrix in this world. Okay, my biggest issue is that I'm gonna keep it real and I'm gonna tell the truth. Now, it's people that has been told lies, and we are not looking at the fact that this is the devil's world. This is Satan's world, whether people want to believe it or not. So if people don't understand the spiritual implications, the spiritual influences that are going on in this world, then you lost, and that it just is what it is. You just lost, and okay. I'm not here to argue with nobody in their beliefs. I'm not here to, convince nobody on nothing. But I'm speaking on truths as it is, and it is what it is. This is Satan's world. He been in control. Okay? He been in control. Now, human beings, or whoever we want to call us, we think that they are exceptions to the rules. That is people that are really standing up and taking authority. But I'm here to tell you, they're really not. They're really not. The devil has set this world up, and it is set up. This is what they call the Matrix. Okay? It's really not. He has set all this up. If you in mainstream, I feel as though if you in mainstream in any kind of way, if you in cahoots and you bumping elbows with these groups, with these individuals, if this is what you're doing, okay, you're in the game. Okay, you're on the side of the devil. You're on the side of darkness. It is what it is. If you rubbing shoulders, you can rub shoulders, this and that. You doing business with these people, whatever. If you mainstream and you on that TV screen and this and that, you're playing your specific part in this world. And people don't want to understand that and comprehend that. But the way I see the world, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay? We thought that Dave Chappelle was the man, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? Now, like I said, I wasn't doing social media back then, but yeah, I always had the question that when he did Oprah, I always knew in the back of my mind he did wear a dress in Robin Hood. Like if you would have to be ignorant to watch a movie, see a man in a dress, and then have him tell you that he don't do that, like you didn't see the movie. Like, it is what it is. About that. Okay, then there's this other video that then came out where Dave Chappelle wore a dress in 93. He did it 2 times. Then he go to Africa after being approached to doing it a 3rd time. He come back, then he all buff, looking different. He got people that's claiming to be his family members that's saying that that's not even him, and he wearing these long shirts that are somewhat like dresses. Shirts coming down to the damn near to the knee. Like, what is that? So I'm just saying people gotta like wake up. You know, we really gotta like wake up. Okay, because this is gonna okay, people is gonna be deceived. Okay, it's gonna be people that are mixing good and bad. Okay, they on the side, they on that side, they on that other side, they on that dark side, but they gonna show you some good things. They gonna show you some good qualities that's gonna get you on. That's gonna get you on board with them. Okay. Everybody knows, even in the Bible, it talks about the great deception. It's going to be people that's going to be deceived, even if the very elect would be deceived if it were, even the elect would be deceived if it were possible. Like there's a mean deception going on out here, and it's not for everybody to see. It's not for everybody to see, and that's accepted. And I'm not talking to everybody. This is just my opinion. This is my opinion right here on Zoo Lion Uncut or Kevin K. GOHARD Truth. And if you still here watching this video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe right now. And hit that like button. Hit that like button and comment below if you got anything to say. Okay, it ain't no big deal to me. Okay, I respond to all my comments. Okay. So this ain't a hate issue, but this is about somebody who has eyes to see and can look at the big picture on things. So believe me, there's a lot of things that people believe to be true, but it's actually real. It's actually false. Okay, but if it's not for you to see, it's just not for you. I'm cool with that. It's not no issue. Okay. But I'm looking at this whole Katt Williams situation, and like I said, do you want to know? It's looking like he one of them people that pledged allegiance to the dark side. It is all around us. And it is what it is. But at the same time, he got some good qualities. He done some good things. Okay, I can appreciate that. Okay, but the Bible gonna tell you off bucks, there ain't no middle. There ain't no middle. You either hot or you cold. Revelations chapter 3. You either hot or you cold. It ain't no middle. Okay, look at T.D. Jakes. Okay, he played the middle. Everybody playing the middle. It ain't no middle. It's either you hot or you cold. Ain't no lukewarm. Okay? So it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's all I got to say for this video, people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nothing major to say. Okay, I spoke on the good things, I spoke on the bad. But like I said, there's some other things about this situation that people are not abreast of too. Okay, it's things in this video I'm still not saying. Okay, as far as these celebrity identities, who these so-called celebrities really are, and how they got here, and the positions that they in, etc. Okay, I also want to touch on, okay, we gotta understand that there were influences that were introduced into this world that put us in a spiral going down. Okay, now, when back in the day, it's like I said, television came into play, and that was, I'm going back, because you got to go back to find out what the truth is. It was a time when television wasn't there. Then it was television. Television was to be put into everybody's living room. Why? To influence you. They don't got to look for you no more. They can just come to you in your living room, and you had a TV. Okay, so when all this transpired, okay, all of a sudden, people was living somewhat moral lives would guess that there was a higher level of morality. Then all of a sudden, we were introduced with pimps and hoes and hustlers and gangsters. You know, people don't understand that idea and that lifestyle was introduced to people. Okay? People don't understand that. People don't understand that how we live our lives, that somebody showed you to do that. You have to get in. We got to get in line, people. We got to get in line. Something came along and showed you to be a pimp, to be a hoe. Ask any of your parents, your grandparents, it may be your great grandparents. Okay, when all them movies came out, when they first started, because it was a time where black people wasn't even on TV, they wasn't allowed on TV. And then when they did start putting so-called black people on TV, next thing you know, here come the pimps and the hoes and the gangsters and all this and that. And human beings being followers, all we did was just mimic the situation. All we did was mimic what we seen on TV. So then it was that whole. Then we was on that for a minute. Back in our parents, our grandparents, they was on that for a minute, where it was just all about the pimp life. They did that. Everybody mimicked that. Then later on, coming up into my generation, then hip hop came. Hip hop came, then it started off positive. Then after that, there was a switch, and then it turned, then NWA and all that came, the niggas with the attitudes, and the next thing you know, it's all about killing. It's all about killing. Gangs. And that was presented to you from TV and entertainment, and then what do the public do? What do the masses do? They mimic it, and that's all that's going on. That's all that's going on, and that's why we in this boat that we in right now. This is why we here right now. Everything that everybody do is been mimicked from something that you seen on TV, on your phone screen, your social media, your favorite celebrity. Yo, if you don't think that that's a plot, then there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. And if we don't realize we dealing with people that have weak minds, and you can be offended. I'm not out here to offend nobody, but the truth is the truth is the truth. We dealing with people that got weak minds that want to mimic other people, and that's just been going on. That's just been going on. You know what I'm saying? For who knows how long. Hundreds of years. Okay? And we're not gonna forget about slavery, where slavery taught us how to behave and taught us everything. Slavery played a part, okay? But a lot of people don't forgot about that, don't want to talk about that. But you gotta understand that people have been influenced by nations, have been influenced by slavery. Okay? So that's all I'm gonna say right here in this video, y'all. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all. All right. Once again, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. All right. Because all I'm doing is speaking the truth. I ain't no hater. I'm just here to speak the truth. All right. So hit that like button. Comment below. Okay. If you got charity in your heart, you got a good heart, and this channel is helping you, feel free to contribute to this channel. You can contribute to my Cash App, $ Kevin K. GOHARD. All right. And y'all make sure y'all have a great day. Great day, great night. All that. All right. I'm out.